No, we've been having these conversations about police brutality in America for as long as there's been in America and for as long as there's been black people in America. We've had this problem where black people are being brutalized by police. I know some of you may be new to it because, well, hell, there was so much to watch on Netflix and Hulu. How could you pay attention? Daniel Prude, Rochester, New York. In March, this man's life was taken by Rochester Police Department. Cause of death, asphyxiation, suffocation, denied air. Ring a bell? It should. All right, so what I'm going to play for you is the press conference with Joe Prude, the big brother of the murdered, shares his thoughts and his feelings about it, and he asks a very important question.
And a push-up stands on my brother damn neck. How you sitting here with your knee in my brother damn back when he's defenseless? He's got on no damn clothes. I mean, come on, let's keep it real. If you want to know the truth, the video footage gonna show the truth. And these people that steady trying to cover this up, come on, man, let's stop this. Because if you don't stop it now, it's gonna be some more. And it's not gonna stop. I mean, what makes me lesser than the next man of this American society? It doesn't make me lesser than you because my skin is darker than yours, my melanin is better than yours. I don't care what it is. We all human. I'm not no animal. And that's what the fuck they treat my brother, like a damn animal.
Joe Prude asked a very important question. Will you treat black people like people? Are we all human beings? And if we are human beings, all of us, shouldn't we all have the same protection of the law? All of us, regardless to race, color, creed, religion, ethnicity, class, any of that. Now, these officers were called to the scene to help Daniel Prude because Daniel Prude had a mental episode. In fact, he had been under doctor's care in a facility that same day. He was having ideations of suicide. The family didn't know what to do. They called. They had him taken to the hospital. The hospital releases Daniel Prude. And then he has another episode. Joe, this brother's like, what to do? Let me call the police. My brother is out of hand. We can't control him. He's going to hurt himself. Instead of the police coming and helping Daniel Prude, who's obviously in distress, obviously naked, obviously not carrying a weapon, obviously once they apprehended him and handcuffed him, what was the need to apply pressure?
Prude's voice gets muffled and high-pitched.
Trying to kill me. And Jesus gonna let me. My mama from over like crying back. So crazy. I mean it. Stop.
Driving his chest and his head into the pavement. You know, these officers were suspended with pay. So they get to go sit at home, collect their paychecks, and wait until the union helps to bust them out of this situation. That's how it works. That's the due process. And that's why we need to end qualified immunity, which gives police officers the right to say, hey, I didn't know what I was doing. You can't hold me responsible. It was an accident. 41-year-old Daniel Prude's life was taken, snuffed out by officers, all for a kick, an adrenaline rush, all for their pleasure. They had nothing else better to do than to kill this man that day. Hell, when the paramedics arrived, once they finally decided, let's call a paramedic, they couldn't even find the keys to their handcuffs. Daniel Prude died in the hospital 7 days later. This is the level of serve and protect that we get on a routine basis. It's just not often reported. In fact, similar to this case, the police chief, Mr. Singletary, told the mayor, oh, that guy, he had an overdose. The police chief lies to the mayor. They lie on the paperwork, and then you get this. Months later, we find out the truth. Now, I'm very wary of the mayor of Rochester, New York, because I would like to know exactly when she saw this footage. According to a press conference she held today, she answered some questions. Ms. Warren says that she didn't know until August 3rd. She had not actually seen the footage, nor realized it was asphyxiation that caused the death of Daniel Prude until a few weeks ago. Well, it's up to you guys if you want to believe that. I don't know if I believe it or not. That is her testimony. This is the reason why we talk about defunding the police. It's not to say, now this is me. I can only speak for myself, Tim Black. When I talk about defunding police, this is what I mean. Here goes a graphic of our budget for policing. Typical budget in big cities, states across the country. Notice how exorbitant these budgets are. Do you know half of the deaths that are caused in police custody involve a citizen who has a mental issue? And as you can see here, in this case of Mr. Prude, you see how well police officers are trained to handle mental issues by civilians. There's a few things police don't do well. Police is one of them. But other than that, they don't do wellness checks well. They don't do corralling of mental patients or patients suffering a mental episode. These things they do not do well at all. Some would argue they don't police well at all, but that's, I would agree in most cases, or in enough cases, to cause detriment, because if it is your child that they are over-policing, if it's your wife that they are manhandling, if it's your son who they shoot 7 times in the back, maybe then you'd feel a little bit differently. Daniel Prude wasn't committing a crime. He was a sick man who needed help. He needed compassion from those who serve and protect, those heroes. Police are supposed to be our heroes, mind you. Isn't that what Hollywood has been telling us? Isn't that a part of Americana? Police are the heroes. They come through and they save the day. They rescue us from danger. Well, what happens when the police are the danger? So I'm saying, let's put some money into programs, such as mental health programs. Maybe every phone call should not go to police. Maybe a call like this will go to another switchboard, which would be mental health personnel who understand that Daniel Prude, just like a person with the flu, with heart disease, with cancer, that he did not ask for his condition. He is not mocking the officers. He's a sick man who needs help at this moment. These officers did not treat Daniel Prude as if he was a sick man who needed help. They did not treat Daniel Prude like they were the heroes for Daniel Prude and they're there to save him. They treated him like garbage. And like Joe Prude said, like an animal. So we need to not defend police. We need to not defend this system, which is horrific and horrible. It's only propped up by big money interest, corrupt politicians who run on law and order, not unlike Donald Trump and not unlike Joe Biden, who are both trying their best to run on some form of law and order campaign. They did the math and they found out that a lot of white folks are scared of black folks and scared of crime. And a lot of black folks are scared of crime too. So let's just lie to everyone and tell them that our police tactics work. Yeah, let's point to some civil unrest in a city where someone broke some windows. Let's point to that and let's say, hey, this is why we need police. Well, I'm pointing you to this. I'm pointing you to Daniel Prude, and I'm showing you what these police did to this man. And I want you to look me in the eye and tell me you're okay with that. That you're fine with them killing this man when they were there or should have been there to help him. I hope you're on the right side of this. Follow this channel, subscribe. If you believe that independent media is the only place where people tell it like it is, support the Tim Black Wolf Pack. My condolences to the family of Daniel Prude. Your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. This is despicable. It's horrific. To the mayor of Rochester, New York, stick by your guns. You're coming out now. You're very upset about what happened. You are now grandstanding. Great, fine. You want to speak out? Good. We needed you about 3 weeks ago when you found out about this. Do your job or be on the street. To the officers who killed this man and the officers who sat back and watched it happen, badge, indictment, conviction, jail time. Wolfpack.